In this video, we are going over 5 pro footballers that all midfielders should watch. So this is the World Cup edition, meaning we're only going to include players that are currently in the World Cup. And also remember, these aren't necessarily the best players in this position, although they could be. These are just players that I think you should be watching, learning from, and I personally really like. So let's get into the video. Guys, I want to say a big thanks to our sponsor for this video, OneFootball, which is an incredible free app you can download that gives you all the news stories, transfer rumors, results, fixtures, and everything else from the world of football. They even have a dedicated section on the World Cup so you can keep up with everything involved with the World Cup. They even have a 24/7 live stream with World Cup content called OneFootball TV, a new feature they've just added, which is absolutely fantastic if you don't want to miss anything. So I want to give them a big shout out and thank them for sponsoring this video, and you can download their free app by going to the link in the description. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome to Simply Soccer, where we are helping you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch. And we do that by, at the moment, releasing daily soccer tip, technique, and training videos. So if you don't want to miss any content or videos that we release, click on the subscribe button and the bell icon. Now again, in this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 midfielders that I believe all players should learn from, or 5 pro midfielders all players should learn from. It's just center mid in a broad sense. Let's get into the first guy. So the first one is none other than who I consider to be probably the best center midfielder in the world today, and that is Kevin De Bruyne of Belgium. He helped them to smack Panama the other day 3-0, providing an incredible assist with the outside of his foot for Lukaku just to head easily into the net. And for me, Kevin De Bruyne, again, like I said, is probably the best center mid in the world. He just has everything about him, and he's not just good at everything, he seems to be great at everything. He's especially one to keep an eye on as Belgium continue to move throughout the tournament. I don't think they'll have any trouble making it to the group or out of the group stage. And from there, who knows how well they can do. They're one of my dark horses, actually, that I think are going to go on to maybe even win the whole thing. And Kevin De Bruyne will be essential to that if it does happen. So keep an eye on him. He can do everything. He can cross the ball effectively. He is a deadly shot from distance. He has skill. He's very creative, like you saw when he set up Lukaku, and he's just overall an incredible player, and one that you should definitely watch. Second player, we are going to go for some Brazilian flair, and we're going with Phillipe Coutinho of Brazil, who just scored an outstanding goal in the World Cup, even though Brazil ended up tying Switzerland 1-1. But Coutinho has been doing this for years now, and he really could have a breakout World Cup this time around. He's obviously a player with a lot to prove after his £144 million transfer to Barcelona, and he'll want to show the world just how good he is. And everyone is raving about Neymar being the chosen one for Brazil and their best player, but I would honestly go as far as saying that Coutinho might even be more important to Brazil than Neymar currently. And that's just because I think Coutinho is one of the most creative players at the tournament. He has one of the best shots. He is able to put players in behind. It's almost impossible to get the ball off him, and he's very attack oriented. He is not someone who's going to be shy away from taking players one-on-one, and if he has a good tournament, I think Brazil will go on to win the whole thing. Expect to see more incredible moments from Coutinho at this World Cup outside of just that incredible goal he scored. He's got so much about him. He's in form, he has confidence, and I really do think he's going to go on to possibly even dominate this World Cup. So keep an eye out on him and learn as much as you can from him. Number 3 is the Great Dane, Christian Eriksen. And this is a guy I've been following since he was an 18-year-old at Ajax, and he is one of my favorite center mid players. You know, I think he's very similar to Kevin De Bruyne in the fact that he has incredible delivery. He can strike a ball so cleanly, and he's really just great at everything. If Denmark are going to build upon their victory over Peru and advance in this tournament, Christian Eriksen will be the guy that is behind it. He is so creative. He's a goal threat himself, and again, he is just going to be a center midfield player you're going to want to watch this tournament and beyond it. But he could be one of the players that take Denmark possibly further than they were predicted to go. Number 4 is the Spaniard Isco, and this is going to be a tournament that Isco is going to really want want to stamp his authority on because, you know, he's been a bit on the fringes of the Spanish team for years. He was getting some flack from Real Madrid fans and wasn't getting as much playing time as he probably thought he deserved. And now he's finally coming out and he's finally showing what he can do and is probably one of Spain's most important players. With this definitely being Iniesta's last major tournament, and he may even retire from the Spanish national team after this tournament, Isco is going to be tasked with picking up where Iniesta left off and with being that creative playmaker type player in the middle of the park. And honestly, Isco has all of the traits to be exactly that player and maybe even more. I personally think he's more of a goal threat than Iniesta, but he also has all of the creativity, close control, ball control, passing ability, ability to put teammates in behind that Iniesta had in his heyday as well. Isco is also one of the most technically gifted players I've ever seen. When it looks like someone's going to take the ball off him, he'll just spin away from them or do some crazy form of ball control in order to retain possession. And he's easily one of my favorite center midfield players in the world, and a guy I just know is ready to kind of just come out and show that he is one of the best players in the world. The last center midfielder I'm going to leave you with is Luka Modric, and this guy is one of my favorite players as well. You know, there are many other midfielders I could have put in his place, players like Pogba, for example, but Modric, in my eyes, is one of the most underrated players in the world, and it is only in the last maybe year or two that people really started to see how good this guy really is. Despite being 32 years of age, he is still one of the most influential players in the Croatian team and also for Real Madrid. In fact, I made a video going over why I think he might be Real Madrid's best player in the sense that he is the most important player. I will link that down below and have a card come across so you can watch that if you wish. But if Croatia are going to stand a chance of advancing in this tournament and going on a run, I guarantee you that Luka Modric is going to be instrumental. And something I love about Modric is he can just do everything. There isn't a single weakness in his game that I can really pinpoint. He can defend, he's a hard worker, he's really good at passing, he's very quick with the ball at his feet. You know, whenever it looks like you're going to get the ball off him, he can take it away from you despite it being in the air or wherever it is. His ball control is sensational. He has an incredible shot. He is very creative. You know, there really is very few weaknesses to this guy's game, and if he's on form, if he has a good World Cup, Croatia may be one of the other dark horses that can go on to do very, very well in this tournament. And in fact, they have a really good team, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do go on some sort of a run. Alright guys, so that is 5 pro footballers that all midfielders should watch for the World Cup edition. We'll do another one after the World Cup with just guys, general midfielders out there playing in the world who are really good. And we are going to start getting a little more specific with these topics as well, like playmakers, like holding midfielders, like center attacking mids, things like that as well. So don't worry, we will get more and more specific. But let me know what you think of my choices here today. Let me know in the comments. Let me know who you think I missed out on, but don't just tell me who you think I missed out on. Tell me who that person should replace in the players that I gave you. For example, if you think Pogba should have been in there, you could say I think Pogba should have been in this list and replaces Eriksen, for example. So let me know down in the comments if there's someone else you think should be here. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think should be next in this series, and I will consider making it. Leave a like and share this video as well. I really do appreciate that, and I will put 2 other videos up on the screen so you can continue to learn and watch and improve. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.